There you go. Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you're having a good midweek Wednesday. I hope everyone's well. Sun seems to have disappeared recently, but however, I hope whatever you're doing, everyone's okay and happy and ready to go for the Arsenal versus Spurs. Midweek review, guys. What we're going to be doing on the channel once the season starts, my friends, we will be doing a midweek review. We'll be going over the weekend's football from the previous weekend, and we'll be looking forward to the matches as well. So look out for the midweek review once the football season's up and running. I'll have different guests on, but hopefully it'll be me and Normski doing a midweek review. Welcome everyone. So let's have a look. Who's in? Jam Boy's in. Big up, my friend, as always. Always a pleasure, my friend. And Rion James, what's up? What's up, DJB? Well, what's up? Arsenal versus Spurs. Is this a friendly? Can we call it a friendly? Is Arsenal versus Spurs North London derby, no matter what the match? Is it a friendly? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't quite know how to go about tomorrow's game. Obviously, you want to win. You don't want to lose against your rivals in any football match. But I'm kind of don't know how to take it, really. You know, if we did lose, would it mean anything? Would people start looking into things? If we won convincingly, are we going to take too much from it? Are we going to start getting too excited? I don't really know. It's one of them, really, where the match has come along, and one thing's for sure, it's going to be a good test. I think it'll be a good test. Just the occasion, just Arsenal versus Tottenham, will tell you that that's going to be a good test, and I'm sure it will filter through to the players eventually, and then hopefully we'll get a good match. We'll get a good match. As for lineups, I don't quite know how he's going to go about it. I think Gyökeres will probably not start against Spurs. I think he'll have some sort of impact, but I don't think he's going to start. For me, I think he'll go similar to how he started the last game against Newcastle. And I think he's going to be looking towards more of the Man United game, because the season is literally just round the corner, guys. It is literally just round the corner. And it's not a million miles away. So I think the next kind of friendlies, he'll start to be looking at what his starting 11 is going to be against Manchester United. There's a lot going round at the moment, whether he's going to start Gyökeres against Man United. Some say that he'll start Havertz and he won't start Gyökeres. Obviously, the fans want Gyökeres to start. They believe, and like me, I believe that the team should be built around him. We haven't had a striker for so long. It's been a long, long time since we've had a striker. And he needs to go straight in the team, make him feel important, and build the team around him. That's my view anyway. So it'd be interesting to see how he lines up against Spurs. It really will. I mean, it'd be nice to see your thoughts, guys. Michelle, big up. Welcome. I hope you're well. Who else we got in? Cam Chaz, big up. Welcome along to the community, guys. If Romario is playing, keep Gyökeres well away. Yeah. Do you know what? We mentioned this the other day, Jam Boy, didn't we? Big up to you, my friend, as always. Bless. We were a little bit worried, weren't we? Because of the hype around Gyökeres, we're a little bit worried that if he plays, will it be that kind of Spurs getting a foot in on him and not really kind of, how can I say, treating it like a friendly, if you like. Do you know what I mean? And we're a little bit worried that he's going to come out a little bit injured, or he's going to pick up an injury, because Spurs are not going to be very generous towards him. And I get that, you know, they're your rivals, and you've got all this kind of glitz and glam surrounding your new signing, and suddenly you're playing Spurs and you're thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, let's get my foot in here, let's do some damage to this guy, because we don't want him to be hitting the ground running with our rivals. So there is a little bit of that to it. And Romario, yeah, I mean, He's got a little bit of history, and he of flying into sort of tackles and stuff like that. It is a worry for me. Me personally, I don't think I'd be risking Gyökeres against Spurs. That's not the game I want to see him in. And I know there's going to be a lot of fans saying, "Oh yeah, get Gyökeres in, get him against Spurs, North London derby, and lauding it up and parading it and all of that." For me, I would rather just keep a little lid on it. I'd get him a few training sessions under his belt, and then I'd have him ready to go against Man United. Possibly get some minutes in the Emirates Cup, play him a couple of times in the Emirates Cup, that kind of thing. But I'd probably be looking to get him ready for Man United. I'm really not too bothered about tomorrow's game. If I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys, I don't think there's going to be much on this tomorrow. It's just going to be a little bit of mini bragging rights, but I honestly, I think whatever the outcome, are the teams going to be bothered? Is it going to make a lot of difference to how the season pans out? I don't think it will, guys. I really don't think it will. So keep Gyökeres wrapped up in a bit of cotton wool at the moment. Let's get him fit and ready to go for the big one. That's the one at Old Trafford. That's the one you want him running out on. You don't want him running out on pre-season friendlies just to rub noses in it, Not for me. Not for me. Well, big up, my friend, as always. Hope you enjoyed the retro show. If anyone joined me and Shane on the retro show yesterday, hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did. We loved doing it. So, I hope if you came along to that, I hope you all enjoyed it, and it brought some memories back of some of the old retro kits. We absolutely love doing it, guys. We really do. YT Connor should never be played as a friendly ever, in my opinion. We had a range game to play Celtic, and every fan protests to have it called off. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's one of them, isn't it? I mean, your Arsenal-Tottenham matches, can we call it a friendly? I don't think it's ever going to be a friendly amongst fans, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I'm not getting excited about it. I'm not, to be honest with you guys. To me, it's a football match. I can't really get excited about a pre-season friendly against Spurs. I just don't want players to go and get injured and start treating it as a kind of North London derby kind of league game, if you like, because the last thing you need now is injuries, because literally kickoff is just around the corner for the Man United game. So you don't want any silly injuries. Gyökeres should be starting in the Emirates tournament. Yeah, I think so. I think give him some minutes in the Emirates tournament. Definitely. Don't want to pay 60 million for Eze, but 350. Yeah, I know. This is a worry, isn't it, guys? I'm going to try and get something up on the Eze thing. I don't understand it. You got to go and get Eze. You really got to go and get Eze. Eze will be the final signing. And for me, if we don't get Eze, it's a bang average window. It really is. It's a bang average window. As I said to you before, the only real upgrade is VG14. He's the only real upgrade for me. I'm struggling to find an upgrade. I'm struggling to find an absolute massive signing that we have made other than the obvious. So Eze for me has got to come in. Would you play Havertz or Marino up front? I'd probably start with Havertz, to be honest, against Spurs. I'd start with Havertz. And I'd have a little experimental in midfield, because what you've got to try and do, you've got to kind of see how I look at it, right? Is when you play these friendly matches, and when we used to play friendlies when I played football, we kind of rotated the squad to prepare for any eventualities throughout the season. So let me give you an example. If one of our players got injured during the season, obviously someone then has got to step in and fill their boots. So when you play friendlies, you kind of play and you make up scenarios if someone's had a red card or someone's carrying an injury. So you play different systems in the friendlies. So I would try Norgard and Rice or something like that. Why not? It's a friendly. Try Norgard and Rice, because if Subamendi gets injured or red carded, Norgard and Rice is probably the obvious pairing. Then I'd probably try, because he knows how Marino and Rice play in midfield. He knows all about that. He don't know how Norgard and Rice plays. So I'd try something like that. And I know he touched on it in the first game in the pre-season friendly. Perhaps try Marino in there with Zubamendi. You got to experiment. That's what friendlies are for. You've got to experiment. You've got to try different systems, because you're going to be tested throughout the season. There will be injuries. There will be red cards, and you're going to have to change your formation around. So just try it in a friendly. Try Marino up front. Try Havertz in the 10. Try these things. Try putting Wanyeri in the 10. Try Odegaard in the 8. Just try different things. That's what I would do. I'd just experiment with it all the time. Just want to see Max play again, to be honest. Yeah, I think he'll get some minutes, Max Dowman, especially Arsenal v Tottenham. He'll definitely get some minutes, 100%. John Boy, and would you start Dowman or Wanyeri? Wanyeri for me. I'd start Wanyeri. This kid needs a lift. He's been given a new contract. He's been told that he's going to start in more central. So for me, I'd start him. I'd start building his confidence up, because he's definitely going to be needed. And, just build him up with some confidence, get him in there, get him playing some minutes. But again, play Wanyeri and Max Dowman. Why not? Play Wanyeri in the centre, Max Dowman in the 10. Play them together. I'd try them together. I'd start them, because he knows what Odegaard can do. He knows what Rice can do. He's had a little look at Zubamendi. There'd be plenty of other friendlies as well when we play the tournament at the Emirates. Just go and experiment. So what if it's against Spurs? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I never want to watch Havertz again, DJB. Well, unfortunately, Belly, big up, my friend. Unfortunately, we're going to have to, because this manager's paid £65 million. And if you listen to the way he talks about Havertz, he absolutely idolises him. He thinks Havertz is amazing. He really does. And he's going to try everything. He's going to try everything to get this guy into the team. 100%. Guarantee it. Make sure you're subbing, guys, if you're new. If you haven't subbed, it doesn't cost anything. Smash a like. Takes couple of seconds, and it costs absolutely nothing, guys, and it does help the channel. There he is, Aaron Talks Arsenal. DJB, how you doing, my friend? Big up as always. Make sure you go and sub to Aaron Talks Arsenal. Another real one, guys. Yeah, big up, man. Big up, as always. Yeah, I mean, for me, try them both. Why not? Try Wanyeri and Dowman. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it? That'd be really exciting. So I can see Zinchenko getting some minutes as well. I can see Zinchenko getting some minutes for me. So I think he will, because he's now going to stay. He's going to stay, Zinchenko. And that for me is just incredible. That for me is just incredible. The fact that Zinchenko is going to stay at the football club, and the reason why is because we've made mistakes. We've made mistakes, haven't we? We've got rid of Tierney. There's no real cover for left back. No real cover for left back at all. We're still weak. We're still weak at left back. So it's a problem for me. Let's have a little look at this, guys. Let's have a little look at this. This is our captain. This is on the Arsenal website. Odegaard on helping Gyökeres settle in. There you go. Doing his captain duties. I want him to do some more captain duties on the football pitch. Do you know what I mean? Love always, bruv. Absolutely, 100%. 100. Go and sub and smash to Aaron Talks Arsenal. Big up, bro. Havertz will be here until the man gets sacked, unfortunately. Johnny boy, I'm telling you now, Havertz is going to be here. We won't be able to sell him. The wages are too high. 280 grand a week. What club really is going to come in for him? That's why I don't mind the Saudi setup, because at least you've got a slightly get out of jail card with the Saudi teams, isn't you? They can come in for him because they're just interested in big names. It's promotion for them, isn't it? Big names playing in Saudi. That's all they want. That's all they want, guys. But won't have to wait long. No, do you know what? I hope he don't get that many minutes, but you know he's going to. Let's have a look at this, because I've not come across this. So Victor Gyökeres was greeted with a letter from Martin Odegaard. A letter from Martin Odegaard. He actually wrote it, guys. Can you believe that? You think what you will. Odegaard, on the first day at Arsenal, player, welcoming him into our team. Our captain spoke to the media on Wednesday ahead of Thursday's pre-season friendly with Tottenham Hotspur and explained more about how he and his teammates are helping our latest signings settle into the new surroundings. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because he's wrote a letter to Gyökeres, and this is why the manager likes this guy as captain. This guy epitomises everything about this football manager. He is the perfect captain for Mikel Arteta, isn't he? Writing letters, settling him in. He says the right things, you know. It's like a mirror image of Arteta, isn't he? Let's be honest. But you don't want him doing all this sort of nonsense. You want him to act like a proper leader on the field of play. With the language, everything is a bit been easier for me to help him, he added. We can speak our own language. Scandinavians, they always bond well together. So in that way, it's been really natural. Okay, Norwegian and a Swede, I get that. Two Scandinavians together. Massive rivalry if when they meet, when they play, though. But to be fair, it's like with any other player. Every new player, we tried to help them in the best possible way. That's what I felt when I came here. I felt at home straight away. I felt how good the culture and the environment was to get into. See, that's what Arteta has built, and that's what he sold to everyone, hasn't he? He sold this family environment, yeah? He sold this kind of culture and this family environment. And that is what most of the Arsenal fans have tapped into. That's why they absolutely adore this football manager. Because of this is what he's created. But this is what the PR spurts out, guys. Yeah. Most clubs create this atmosphere at their football team. Most clubs welcome new players. If you speak to anyone that joins Liverpool, if you speak to anyone that joins Man United, Chelsea, they'll all say the right things. They'll all tell you that the culture's right. And it's a family thing. So what Arsenal are doing are not much different to what any club would do. So don't let that fool you, guys, yeah? Don't let that fool you. Not sure Gyökeres knows what he's got himself into. I don't think he will. At the moment, guys, the relationship is pretty sweet, isn't it? But when this guy starts playing and he starts spinning around 360 and he's holding the ball for too long and Gyökeres goes on all these amazing runs, and this guy is holding on to the ball for far too long, or he gets caught in possession, or he goes hiding, I wonder what the relationship would be like then after the match. Because I'm telling you now, this guy's got to perform. This is Odegaard is one of the players that we are looking at to supply the ammunition to Gyökeres. So we'll see how this relationship develops. Then it's important also how you do things off the pitch. That's what we all do. So we're just here to help. So far, he's having a good time, I think. Yeah, he's having a good time, I think. Well, I suppose you're helping him, you know, settle in. What's going on? I think you've all seen what he's done in his career so far. Well, not in the Premiership, I haven't. Especially the last season in Sporting. The numbers speak for themselves. Yes, they do. Absolutely. So why did your football manager want Sesko then? He's a very complete player. He is. He's physical, strong, fast, good finisher and intelligent as well. I think he's a very complete striker. Oh, what about your best mate Havertz then that you go on holiday with and everything? How's he feeling about him coming to the club? By the way, did you when have you seen that video, right? When you see Yorkeres being greeted by all the players, did anyone see Saka's face, or was it just me, guys? Because if you go and watch that video, go and watch Saka's face when Yorkeres is meeting all the players. I think there's a couple of clips. There's a couple of like stuff going around at the moment, because you got to remember Saka's the star boy, isn't he? He's like the pin-up of Arsenal. He's like the attention grabber and Saka this and Saka that. Suddenly, Yorkeres has come in and all the attention has been taken away from Saka. Now, I'm not looking into it, but it was just interesting to have a little look at his face. I was quite interested. Saka was thinking, oh, okay, you're here now. But it's interesting how Odegaard is writing this, and it's nice to actually get the captain's point of view for a change rather than Arteta, because this is why I wanted to look it up. I wanted to bring you the captains and we'll have a little chat about this. I can see Havertz being on the bench all season on 280. Arteta has made himself a big issue there. It's going to cause a lot of problems, Cam. Said it all before. But Cam, don't be too shocked if Yorkeres plays on the left. Yeah. Family and Culture FC. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good tidings to all Arsenal fans. He can probably see that he's going to be thrown 45 minutes plus game against season. Yeah, I've got to admit, Cam, I've never been a big Havertz fan. I'm with you, brother. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Terrible. You can also see the hunger and the energy he brings. I'm really excited to have him with the team. He's only trained a few times, but you can already see the quality, the energy and the willingness. I'm excited to have him, to have a pitch with him. Well, I tell you what, if you don't pull your finger out, then you won't be getting a pitch with him. It's been a while since we've played this type of game, so I think that's what we all want. Now, guys, there's a little hint. It's been a while since we played this type of game. Arsenal Spurs. How are they going to treat it? Be interesting, won't it? No stranger is stepping up on the occasions as a young player. Odegaard was also asked about the 15-year-olds we have in our pre-season squad, Max Dowman, Marley Salmon, and how he's taken them under his wing. To be fair, I think the whole squad is really good in this way. So help young players, as you say, with those two there. They're so young and have so much quality, he said. I think myself, I just try to share my experience, guide them in the right direction. He's talking as if he's a captain that's won absolutely everything in his career. Yeah? This is a captain, right, that has won nothing. Absolutely nothing. Was let go with Real Madrid. He's been a failed wonder kid at most clubs he's been to. And he's talking here as if he's some Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane. Do you know what I mean? As if he's won premierships and Champions Leagues. This brother's won nothing. And he's talking as if he's like, oh, yeah, I can share my experience. I can share my experience, guide them in the right direction. Well, I'll tell you what you want to do. You want to guide them in the direction of not go hiding in big games. How about guiding them in the right direction to actually win something and get over the line? Honestly, guide them in that direction. Guide them into the direction and show them teams that win things and managers that win things. Keep them right now. Do you know what? I can't. 50-year-long life Arsenal fan. And reading this modern day PR absolutely makes me cringe, guys. This ain't Tony Adams, you know. This is Martin Odegaard. Absolute unbelievable. Let's get some comments while we're going through. I hope and pray Dowman scores. Yeah, so do I. Arteta generic waffle as usual. Yeah, it's like for like, isn't it? It's like for like, Bev, the Ripper. Just, if you didn't know If you didn't know who wrote this, you'd think it was Arteta, wouldn't you? You'd think it was Arteta. Odegaard tries to be a proper captain. It's all an act. It is. It's all a facade, my friend. 100%. 100%. Right? Just trying to help them to have the right mindset and help them feel good in the team, to let them shine and do their thing. They've been amazing on this tour, and you can all see the quality. It's exciting to see the future. Yeah, it's exciting to see them when they step into your shoes, my friend. Looking ahead on Thursday's first ever North London derby outside the UK. Yeah. Plug. PR. Who cares whether it's outside, whether it's the first one? Don't matter, does it? Tell you what would have been nice if we'd have won the Champions League. That would have been nice. Then it would have been. Then there'd have been something on that match. Spoke about how excited he is in playing this. I love it, and I think we will. And I think we all do. He said. I think we're all excited, to play in front of so many supporters. Well, I ain't seen a stadium full yet. Man United stadium was full on their tour. And as Mikel said here, we really felt that the love and the connection are here. It's been a while since we've played this type of game. Okay. I think that's what we all want. And yeah, for me, it's a good thing. And we get proper test. Really? So I think we're just really excited. I think the support and the reception we've had here is been amazing. Yesterday, we all arrived in the hotel and there were people everywhere, shirts everywhere. We really felt the love, when we came. Well, of course you did. They're all fans from Singapore. They don't get a chance to see Arsenal, and you're gonna get fans showing. Honestly, it's absolute waffle, isn't it? This is what this team is based on. This is what fans get sucked into, guys. This is your modern footballer right here. This is what, we feel the love. Feel the love. And unfortunately, they still feel the love when they fail. They're still feeling the love. They've won absolutely nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Can you imagine Real Madrid winning nothing for 5 years? The reception they would get. Incredible, man. And today in the stadium, around 20,000 people will come and watch us train. The game is sold out. So, yeah, we really feel that, and it's really special, and it's amazing to travel far and still feel that. Something we really appreciate. It means a lot to us, to make people happy and make people enjoy football. So, yeah, that's really good. I'll tell you what it would make us. It'd make us happy if you go and win something, Martin Odegaard. Yeah? Go captain the team. Stop hiding in big games and go captain the team. That'll make me really happy. None of this PR nonsense, waving shirts around, waiting outside hotels, going to watch you train. I'm interested. All I'm interested in is what you do on that first game of the season against Man United at Old Trafford. That's the only game I'm interested in right now. Honestly, I've helped him settle in, Victor Gyökeres. I'm helping the youngsters with all my experience. You haven't won nothing. You haven't won nothing, my friend. In all due respects, you've had probably 1.5 good seasons at Arsenal. Your stats at this football club for a guy that plays in a number 10 week in and week out, for me, is not good enough. Big up, Lynch. The latest is going through this press conference, going through this pre-match garbage from this football captain. Yeah, from this Arsenal captain. You think Gyökeres is playing? No, he's not playing. I don't think he starts. I don't want him to start, guys. I don't want him to start against Spurs. I don't. I know everyone's getting excited about it, but I just don't. I just keep him under lock and key for a bit. Man United, that's the game. That's the game. Your job is to support your team, not blaming the manager for the likes of followers. We all know you guys games. Exactly. You support your team, not blaming the manager. Okay, let me answer that right. The manager sets the tactics. The manager sets the agenda. The players follow what the manager wants. So if it doesn't work out, unfortunately, when you're on £15 million a year, the manager's going to get criticised. That's why managers get sacked at big clubs. That's why Ange ain't at the club at Spurs anymore. They've supported the team, supporting the manager. If you ain't good enough and you're not doing it, you got to go. Simple as that. Odegaard wouldn't even inspire a 7-year-old, let alone a 25-year-old. Exactly. Aaron, what experience has this got? You know, how can these captains even do an interview like this and talk about this madness? Inspiring the youngsters, showing them all my experience and everything. This guy's won nothing. It's not as if you've got if you had like Patrick Vieira, Roy Keane, and captains like this on the field of play, putting an arm around youngsters' shoulders and showing them the way, you'd go, yo, I'm listening to this guy. This brother rocks up and going, who are you? Do you know what I mean? Show me your winners' medals. Honestly, the amount of PR pushed by Arsenal is crazy. It's crazy. I don't know any other club like it, Michelle. Don't know any other club like it. Really don't. Big up Aaron Talks Arsenal, DJB, and of course the chat. Yeah, big up Martin Tapp as always. Thanks for your support. We should have swapped Martinelli for Lookman or Wissa over Norgard. Massive. Do you know what, AFC always? I totally agree with you. 100%. I'd have been done of Martinelli in some sort of deal by now. He's going to end up being at the club. He really is. Tunde, you carry on supporting failure. Yeah, let him. Trouble is, he probably don't support them. I pay £1,500 a year to watch failure. Who's right, who's wrong? I've been following this club for 50 years, home and away. I've seen success. Who's right or wrong? I don't know. Arteta should be gone, given all the money they spend. He will be. He's on a tight. When this guy's coming out with 8 teams can win the Premiership, he knows he's under pressure. Really? There's 8 teams that can win the Premiership? That's almost as bad as Arsenal fans saying Liverpool are going to finish 4th. Your career's contribution to Sporting has resulted in multiple trophies. Why would he listen to Odegaard? Exactly, my friend. 100%, Aaron. Why is he going to listen to him? How is Rice not captain? You tell me, Lynch. You tell me, brother. I'd listen to Rice. England, regular. Won a trophy in the conference. Yeah. He's the man. He's the man in the tunnel. Win the game in the tunnel. Exactly, Lynch. Trouble is, right, Declan Rice is probably a little bit controversial. He's probably not a good little boy that sits in the corner and does as he's told. Yeah. And the manager doesn't want controversy. He doesn't want attitude. Be interesting to see how Arteta gets on with Gyökeres halfway through the season, when the pressure's really on and the results haven't gone right. Goals have dried up. Yeah. I wonder if it'll all be rosy and supporters hanging outside hotels then. We'll see. Morning. Good afternoon here, my friend. Toronto Gooner. Massive, my friend. Morning, DJB. Asked Shane the question earlier. Do you think Dowman has more potential than what Wiltshire had? Would love your thought. I saw Jack Wiltshire at a young age, and Jack Wiltshire's, for me, unfortunately, injuries got to him. But he was a very, very good player. If Dowman gets to Jack Wiltshire's level in the next 2 seasons, then he's going to be better than Wiltshire. If you was to ask me now, I'd probably think Downman will have the edge over Wiltshire from what I've seen. You know, there's certain players you just kind of look at and you just go, this kid's got it all. He's just got it all. You know, but listen, my feet's on the ground. I've also seen brilliant young players after 2 seasons burst onto the scene, look $1 million, and then after 2 seasons look pretty ordinary. So I've seen that side of things as well. So we'll have to wait and see. It's all about patience and waiting. You know, Tundi, but you're always negative, and I pray Arteta wins the league so you guys can rest in peace. Yeah, listen, Tundi, we all want Arsenal to win the league. Of course we do. 100% we all want Arsenal to win the league. Everyone. I want Arsenal to win the league. The chat wants Arsenal to win the league. Everyone wants Arsenal to win the league. 100%. And I'll be there supporting them. And I'll be there cheering them on. No problems at all. I haven't got a problem with that. I haven't got a problem with that. All we're doing is asking the questions because there's more evidence to show failure than success. You give me hard evidence of success in the chat, Tundi, and I'll listen. Has any of those players got a winner's medal round their necks? Is spending £1 billion on a football team, and we're still weak in some areas, acceptable? £1 billion. I would love Paqueta from West Ham. I would have 2 seasons ago. I think Paqueta's not the player now. I don't think I'd pay 60, 70 million for Paqueta, but I would have gone for Paqueta, and we should have got him. I think it was not last season, the season before. We didn't sign Paqueta. There's a lot of players that have gone by the wayside that we haven't signed Lynch. Look at the players we could have had at this football club, and we could have added to this season, and we didn't. And we didn't do it. We just didn't do the right thing, did we? Have you sold anyone of note yet? No, probably not. I think Trossard's on the radar of being sold, but we'll have to see. We will have to see. Arteta fan, not Arsenal. Exactly. They're frightened of change, Jam Boy. They honestly believe there is nothing other than this football manager. Anyone else is... They just can't see life after this football manager. They think Arsenal was born when Arteta came to the football club. All the history and everything else, it doesn't matter. A lot of fans honestly believe that Arsenal Football Club was created when Arteta was manager. Time will tell, my friend. Time will tell. Big up, Aaron Talks Arsenal. Enjoy listening to you, man. Yeah, we all enjoy listening to Aaron. Real one. Big up. Mate, I've been following my team from the days of Steve Morrow. Mate, you are not the only Arsenal supporter, mate. You've been following the team from the days of Steve Morrow. Okay. I've been following the team from the days of Frank McClintock. If you don't know who Frank McClintock is, look it up. Best Arsenal captain ever to step foot on the football pitch. Yeah. So listen, it's not about Sunday. It's not about whether I've been supporting Arsenal longer than everyone else. It's about looking at the facts. It's about looking at the whole thing, the whole picture. Yeah. What do you want every channel to be? You want every channel to be like, oh yeah, Arteta's golden, Arteta's this, Arteta's that. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's all flowers and roses and balloons and party. Because it ain't. We haven't won anything, Tundi. We've won nothing. Absolutely won nothing. Go follow a channel that gives you false hope and makes everything sound so wonderful and lovely all the time. Martin Tapp, appreciate the support across all the channels, bro. 100%, Martin. Love Jack. Damn it. I really wish Jack had reached his... Oh, Lynch. So do I, man. I love Jack Wiltshire. I really did. Absolutely wonderful player. It's such a shame injuries got him, you know. Yeah, real shame, real shame. But we've had some, you know, Diaby was a potential as well. He was meant to be a really good player, you know, 100%. Well, you should all know better then. Seen Cup doubles, league titles, invincible, world-class players, and you're back in. Yeah, exactly. They've seen success. If they've watched Arsenal since the Steve Morrow days, then they've seen success. And yet they're accepting. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I don't understand. Someone explain to me. Definitely make or break this season. It is the make or break. There can't be any other way of glossing. If we don't get success next season, there can't be any way of glossing it over. It has to be make or break season. Enough now, maybe an Eze to come in, but surely he's got to do it now. He has to. We have to get Eze in. 100%. 100%. We won nothing. That's really what it is. I appreciate 3 seconds in a row, but we haven't won. Yeah, exactly, Lynch. It's all about getting over the line now, my friend, isn't it? Listen, I'm happy we're at that level. I'm happy we're competing again. And don't get me wrong, I'd rather finish second than not finish second. But what I'm saying is once you've reached that level and once you've reached that potential, you've got to go to the next stage, haven't you? Because what's the point? What is the point? But sport in general, Lynch, tennis, rugby, athletics, sport in general, surely the aim is to win. The aim is to win a trophy. The aim is to get a gold medal. Look at Saliba, what he was saying when he came through the in Singapore when one of the members of AFTV grabbed him. Straight away, he turned around and, oh, what's your hopes for next season, Saliba? Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premiership. Not once did he turn around and say, oh, we want to compete. We want to come second. We done well last year, but we didn't win anything. He reeled off all these cups that he wants to win. God bless you, mate. Be positive. There's kids watching. Yeah, I know there is. What have I said? I'm happy that the kids can watch. Not a problem. What you on about? Don't know what you're on about. Don't know what that means. We ain't sworn. We haven't been nasty. There's no abuse in here. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Just a chat. Just a positive chat. The fact that we're questioning the football manager and the fact that we're questioning things that are said, what's that then? Kids learn through people being positive and negative. Kids learn from having people with difference of opinion. Kids don't learn by people agreeing to everyone. That's not how you learn, is it? Thinking everything's rosy in the world. When you go to a parents' evening, you want the teacher to tell you about the things your kids are doing wrong as much as they tell you about what the kid's doing right. If you think everything's in the rosy in the garden, then you think your kid's going to get you think your child is flying through school. When I used to go to parents' evening for my children, I'd want to know what weren't going right, so then we can help put it right. So what you on about? DJB, the problem with the fan base, they haven't seen us more. There is a lot of that, Brad Pitt, man. There is a lot of that. And this is what I'm trying to say, you know. It's very, very difficult. Listen, as I said to you before, right, I'm not here to kind of rip into the manager. What I'm saying is, and I've said this before, I've said he's done some good things. I said there's been some good things that he's done. I've seen some good football under him. I have seen some good football. It's not all been bad. I just feel that he's reached his limit. I just feel that it was time. It was time for a change. I felt that he had the chance, he's had the money, he's had the years, and his time has come to an end. Like any job or any profession, you give all what you can, and if it doesn't work out, you then think to yourself, right, I'll hold my hands up, I've done everything I can, it's now time to move on. And that's where I am with a manager. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything you've done. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for you. It's time to move on. That's how I felt what should have happened this season. I felt with a new sporting director coming to the club, with more money, I felt it was time for a complete change. I felt it was time for a new manager, new ideas, new tactics. Some of the players getting some of their mojo back. Some of the players that have not performed under Arteta having a different kind of voice in the changing room, different tactics. That's where I am, guys. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with having that opinion that you want to change? I'm not slagging him off. I'm not being personal. That is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. No one has to agree with it. If you want Arteta here for another 10 years, that's your opinion. It's not my opinion. Simple as that. Tundi's an Arteta burn. Hey, Tundi's all right, man. Diaby, what a talent. Yeah, he was. There was some good players, man. There were some good players. I would never give kids false hope. Some people do, don't they? Some people do. Some people, as I said, I don't know about other people, but when I went to parents' evening, I'd ask, well, okay, fine, that's good. Now tell me something that he's not doing properly. Tell me something that he's doing wrong. What could he improve on? Sport in general. Yeah, Lynch, sport in general. There has to be an end product, doesn't it? What's the point of training? What's the point? Why do you think football teams and football players come to different... Why do you think we've signed Gyökeres? What's the main goal in signing Gyökeres and Zubimendi? Just to play football? Entertain the crowd? Get fans outside hotels waving shirts? PR? No. The main reason why football teams sign top players is to win. They don't spend millions of pounds on football teams and players just to sort of, go on tour and have a jolly up. Why do you think owners invest money into football teams? To win things. Otherwise, there's no point, is there? What's the point? Oh, second again. Yeah, but we got to the Champions League semi-final. Yeah, but did you win it? No, we lost. Well, it don't matter. There's another £1 billion. Try that. Big up, Quasha. Views raid. Big up Views every time. Thank you, Views. Make sure you go and sub to Views. Smash on Views, man. Smash the Views. Big up Views as always. Thank you very much, my friend. Views raid. Seymour, how's we going? Big up Fridge Freezers, the geezers. Yeah, Seymour's in. Long time no see. Boy T and Dio. How we doing, my friend? How we doing? Whoop. Yeah, big up Dio. Welcome to it'd be interesting to see, right? How many of you guys are really, really interested in tomorrow's game? How many are you really passionate about, right? And one of the questions I want to ask you as well is, would it really make any difference if we win or lose tomorrow? Yeah? Does it make any difference? Does it set the agenda for the rest of the season? AJ, good afternoon, my friend. Hope you're well, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Nice one, DJB, Views Raids. Big up Robert, Prudence, nice. If you just come in, guys, smash a like on your way in. That will help. Smash a like and sub. Don't have to follow me. It's all free to sub if you just have a sub. But yeah, it'd be interesting. 100 Lynch. Thank you, my friend. Views raid. DJB, I need your number, my friend. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Get all my details off of Shane Gooner Views. Get it off of Shane. And then we'll hook something up. We'll sort something out. Views. Big up, my friend. Yeah. 100%. 100%. Get it on. No worries at all. DJB, my guy, I like your YouTube channel, mate. It's great to be here. Thank you, my friend. Always welcome to have you. Another big supporter of all the channels as well. There's a lot of you that follow a lot of people around here. Big up to you as always, my friend. It's so important. Good afternoon, Endon. Good afternoon. Big Brother starter kit. Denounce all criticism. Oh dear. Listen, wouldn't life be boring if we all agreed with one another? Can you imagine? Can you imagine, right? Going on new streams, going on YouTube, going on streams, and every stream was the same. This is what I mean now. You've got streams like mine that talk football, that talk chat. We talk football, we talk all sorts of different stuff that's going on, and it's nice and sit back and it's easy. Yeah. But you know my opinion on the Football Manager. I perhaps don't come over as passionate and that as, you know, I haven't got as much energy, say, as Shane or Lee or Aaron and all that. But I come across differently. And we all come across differently. Everyone's got different personalities. And that's just the way life is, my friends, you know. But wouldn't it be boring if you had channels all the same? That everything was roses, everything was balloons, everything was a birthday cake, everything was a glass of champagne. Every day was like Christmas morning. Yeah, every day was like New Year's Eve. You know, everything happy and rosy, birthday parties, Arteta this, Arteta that. Oh, he's fantastic. Oh, this, that, and the other. When we know deep down there's problems. Players are on high wages at this football club. Wrong players have been bought at this football club. Money's been wasted at this football club. We've got players we can't sell because of a wage structure. We've got players that have had horrific injuries and that are still going to have to suffer from them injuries next season. Look at Calafiori. Look at Gabriel. They're all players that have had horrific, you know, injuries. And we haven't won anything. So you have to ask the questions, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. As I said to you before, and I'll say it again for the people that have just joined the chat, I have seen some good football under Mikel Arteta. I've seen some wonderful things under Mikel Arteta. I appreciate where he got taken the club, at what level we're at now. I appreciate all of them things. But his time has come. I want change at this football club. I believe that a new manager with experience on winning, with experience winning trophies, with this team and this group of players, would win big trophies. That's what I believe. And he should have gone. Last season should have been his last season. And he failed. He didn't win anything. And that should have been his last season. Do you think the injuries will be back this season? Yeah, 100%. I think there will be players suffering from the injuries from last season. I still worry about Saka, you know. I still worry about Saka. Saka's going to play a lot of games. You'll see Saka play a lot of games. Because Madueke is going to be playing on the left. I can't believe he's not paid 52 million for Madueke to sit on the bench. Madueke will be playing on the left. I do. I've just got this little fear about Saka round about Christmas, January time, because he's going to be playing for England. He's going to be playing for Arsenal. and they still have to do a lot of work off the ball. If he changed his tactics, Cam, if he changed his tactics and got Arteta to play in the final third more, and he didn't have to track back and he didn't have to do so much work off the ball and just worked in that final third, a bit like Salah does for Liverpool, I don't think I'd be as worried with his injuries. But the fact that he's going to be running up and down, he's going to be doing a lot of work off the ball, he's going to be, that's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear. 32 likes. Come on, guys. Not good enough. There's 48 in the building. If you all smash the like, there's 48 there straight away. Come on. Big up, everyone. There's no accountability anymore. This is another thing, isn't it? This is another thing. See, I like managers in press conferences that hold their hands up and say, look, I got it wrong. I got it wrong. I got it wrong. Yeah, but you've had a lot of injuries. No, I'm not blaming injuries. I just got it wrong. I didn't make the substitutions in time. There was players that started that shouldn't have started. Just hold your hands up. I think you're more of a manager and you're more of a man if you admit your failings. All this red cards and injuries and the referee and the ball and this, that, it's just tiring. Just admit, just come out and just say, look, I've got it wrong. Yeah, down to me. Nothing to do with the players. It was down to me. One or two players didn't put the effort in, which I'm a little bit disappointed about. However, we lost that game because I didn't do this, this, and this. That to me would be far more refreshing rather than all the excuses he comes out with. Just a positive chat. You make me laugh. I'm a ton of nerves. Just lost lots of money on Newcastle not losing to Uncle Tom. They couldn't even score. They were good against us. Absolutely shot. Oh, yeah. Listen, Johnny, just don't bet, man. Especially not on football. I've learnt my lesson there very quickly. Especially not on Arsenal. Yeah, be interesting tomorrow, guys, won't it? Be interesting tomorrow how we approach this game tomorrow. I just don't want no injuries. And I've said it, I don't want Gyökeres playing tomorrow against Spurs. Don't unleash your Mina friendly against Spurs, so that Spurs can get to know the way he plays. Leave that till the league game because we play Spurs quite early in the season. Yeah, don't give him any kind of keep him a bit secret. Keep him. What are you going to gain? What are you going to gain? You ain't going to gain nothing tomorrow, are you? Respect to everyone. Absolutely. No foul language, nothing personal. We keep it classy. Absolutely, Lynch. That's what we do. We just keep it a little bit classy on here, yeah? Absolutely, my friend. That is what we do. That is what we do. Beating Spurs always matters for me. Views, it matters to me, my friend. I was just, do you know what, Views, right? I was just trying to get everyone's views on it, if you pardon the pun, I'd be disappointed if we lost. Depends on the manner how we lost. If we lost like badly and we didn't perform and certain players didn't perform, then I'd worry. But I don't know. I can't really look into it too much, to be honest. Sunday, after 6 years of Josh, you think he will get over the line? It doesn't matter. Certain fans, Jam Boy, it doesn't matter. As long as he's in charge, it doesn't matter whether he gets over the line or not. They're on the journey. They're still trusting the process. It's Spurs, it matters. You have to win. I don't care if it's a Sunday kick. See what I mean? Now, big up, guys. This is what I want. We want to beat them. Yeah, Defo sets the agenda. Makes no difference. Pre-season friendlies. Well, there you go. It's not a competition. I'm less interested in the result for tomorrow's game and more interested with Arteta's going to do. Is he going to play Dauman again? Is he going to start Gyökeres? What does he look like with? I hope he don't start Gyökeres, to be honest. I hope he don't. Keep it under lock and key. Don't give Spurs any ideas how Gyökeres plays until the league game. You know, they can do a little bit of homework. If they see how he plays tomorrow, then Thomas Frank can make a few notes and for the league game. Don't give him that opportunity in my book. It's not worth it. Since when his second failure? In my book, since we won nothing. Okay. Manchester United came close to relegation, but Arsenal fans wanted him sacked because Ligue 1 say so. No, not really. Not really. Not really. Can you remember, Tunde, when Liverpool were champions back in the day, 70s and 80s? Can you remember who came second? Who remembers coming runners up? Who remembers it? I don't care about these friendlies. The business starts away at Man United. It does for me, AFC always. It does for me, my friend. It does for me. I look at the friendlies, but listen, the fact that it's Spurs has put some extra kind of spice to it. However, let's keep things in perspective, guys. It's still only a pre-season friendly, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I know it's Spurs, but is it really that important? I don't know. I don't think so. 5 minutes ago, we were positive channel. We still are a positive channel. We're all positive on here. There's no problems. We're just having a little bit of a difference of opinion. We're all positive. Everyone wants to win. That's what the debate's all about. We all want to win. We're just having different debates on how to win. And one of them debates is we should have started the season with the whole clean slate. Said it to someone earlier. Fans having different opinions are what makes the sport great. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why do you think people moan about VAR? Because one thing that VAR has done, it's done a lot of good things, VAR, but it's taken that kind of after match kind of debate away, isn't it? I used to, after matches, go, yeah, no, it was definitely a penalty. No, it weren't. He never touched him. Oh, he went down far too easy. You must have seen him tripping. Now with VAR, you don't really get debates like that, do you? Whether it was offside, whether it was onside. One of the debates I had the other day, if VAR was back in the day of the Arsenal Invincibles, would we have been invincible with VAR? Because there were some decisions we got then with the Invincibles that I was thinking, whoa, I don't know how we've come away with that. That's interesting, you know. Tunde's second isn't failure, but it's surely not first. I appreciate what Mikel has done, but we are 6 years, 900 mil deep, now or never. Lynch sums it up, mate. See, Lynch is the same as me. He does appreciate what Arteta's done. He looks at all the positives. However, it's all about winning now. It's all about winning now. Surely. It has to be now, doesn't it? It has to be. As I said, we're not saying he's like awful. We're just saying it's about getting over the line now. I just want to get over the line. I just need a trophy. The fans need a trophy. The players need a trophy, guys. The players need to experience winning silverware. Yeah? You have to. The players need it. Saliba and all of these men. Saka. Look how long Saka's been at the club. Look how many games Saka has played for this football club and never experienced winning silverware. Well, he did in the FA Cup, but he was on the bench, wasn't he? The only one that experienced, the only player that experienced that was Tierney, and we let him go for free. But what I'm trying to say, to win as a team, to experience winning cups as a team, then gives you that kind of platform to go on and win bigger things. You need that starting block, and we haven't had it. We haven't had it. Bless up, DJB. Ali Bernard, big up, my friend. Like Shane, views, Kenny. Yeah, 100%. 100%. We're all here. We're all here. As I said, we're all different. North side's different to Lee. Lee's different to North side. Kenny, views, Shane. We're all different, and that's what makes us human beings, my friend. We've all got different opinions, and we all express our opinions in different ways. I express my opinions in different ways to all them, and that's what the debates are all about, guys. That's what it's all about. It's all about debate and opinions, and I respect everyone's opinion. I even respect Tunde's opinion. It ain't a problem. It's not a problem. Johnny's in the house. Johnny D's in the house. I respect his opinion. You know, they believe that this manager is going to get there in the end, and that's fine. My opinion is different. How long is the end? How long do you give him? 2 years, 3 years, another 5 years, £2 billion? You know, another £1 billion. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Yeah, it would be boring if you was all banned and have different opinions and human rights. One spans revolutions by blood would be trampled upon. It would be, yeah, it would be boring, man. Imagine it. He's the guy before the guy, and there's nothing wrong with nothing wrong with admitting. It's nothing wrong with admitting failure as well. I think you're more of a person if you turn around and go, look, I'm walking away. I've done everything I can. I've given it all what I can. It's just not been good enough. Some people out there defending Arteta are the same kind of folks claiming the earth is flat. It's become a waste of time. You couldn't circumnavigate an effing globe and they'll tell you it's flat. I know. Yeah, there is that. There are some fans out there, though, that are starting to go, look, this is definitely his last season. My son's one of them. My son has said, look, and he's kind of backed Arteta pretty much all the way. But even he has said, Dad, I think it is the last season now. If we don't win anything, I think he's got to go. I think it's time for a change. And there's them fans. And then there's the other fans that turn around and say, well, I'd give him one more year. You know, Eze on deadline day, a dreamer can dream. Listen, Lynch, it's Arsenal, isn't it? We've got the deadline day disaster. You know that. We ain't had our disaster. We ain't had our Sterling yet. We ain't had our loan disaster. You're spot on, DJ. If Gyökeres gets injured, we get the same attack as last season. This is my biggest problem, Gunner for life, man. This is what I'm saying. We're all getting carried away that we've got Spurs. And I get that, because North London, we've got Spurs, we're all gassed about it. But can you imagine if Gyökeres runs out and clown like Romario goes crashing into him, as Jamboy said, and he's out for like 6 weeks, and then we're going to Old Trafford with Havertz up front or Marino? You know, we're going to Anfield with Havertz as it's leading the line. That's my biggest worry. I don't think we're going to prove anything by playing Gyökeres against Spurs. And Thomas Frank will make notes. He'll make notes on how Gyökeres plays and how we line up with Gyökeres in the team. And he'll take that over into the league game. Don't give him any ideas. Just don't play him. What's the point? Leave him. Don't play him. Arteta failed facts, but there was migrating circumstances. Now he have won. Listen, there's an old saying with a fantastic manager. You don't win anything by making excuses. Excuses don't win you trophies. Yeah? All managers have migrating circumstances. All teams have injuries. All teams have suspensions. If you're good at your job, you get over that, don't you? You get over it. You can't keep making excuses. Oh, yeah, we didn't do that because of that. We didn't win that because of this. We didn't win that because of this. We didn't win that because of this. Well, how comes we went to Old Trafford and won the league there with Will Tord up front? How did Wenger do it then? against a fantastic Alex Ferguson team at Old Trafford. Did he make excuses that we didn't win it? No, he went and won it. This is what great managers do. They face adversity. That's how you win games. That's why Gareth Southgate didn't win for England. Just didn't have it in him. Just didn't have that special something, did he? We had Italy on the ropes. What did he do? Sat back on a 1-0 and lost. Blaming the ball was a gem. Oh, it was classic, that one. Classic. Arteta failed, facts, the end. Here's Jam Boy. All the money on Arsenal tomorrow. Don't do it, Johnny. Don't do it. Yeah, do you know what, boy Tendio, right? I think you're right there. I don't think, this is another thing. I think just throwing him in just for audience and just for kind of cinema, if you like, against Spurs. Is he, is he really ready yet? Has he trained enough? I don't know. I just don't know whether I would. He'll treat tomorrow's game more as a cup final. No, I hope not. Way behind on the chat, guys. 53 in the building, my guys. Make sure you smash the likes. Tunde, a new manager fails, then sacks him to get another one. Works for Chelsea. That's how Chelsea done it. That's what big clubs do. We'll have different opinions, but we love the club and we want the team to win. 100%. We all love the club. I think your son is right. I'm your son. No, he's not, man. He lost it a couple of times last season. Trust me. We sit together at the game. He lost it a couple of times last season. We'll never be rude to you because you're a very honourable man. Tunde, thank you very much, my friend. It's not all about being rude. All my chat here, we're not rude. Everyone's welcome. Spurs fans, Villa fans, Liverpool fans, Man United fans, West Ham fans, everyone is welcome on this channel. There's no rudeness here. Listen, life is crap enough as it is. You've only got to switch the news on every day. Yeah? When you've got people in power telling you've got to work till you're 72 years of age because you can't draw your pension, why do we need to come on here and abuse each other? Listen, leave it for everyone else. We're just going to keep it clean, guys, yeah? Opinions are only valid. The facts support them. That is really, yeah, exactly. It's not the same attack. We got Mighty Maduka. I'll tell you what, your enthusiasm, Johnny, does, honestly. Yeah, get Madueke in. Hello, DJB. I hope you're well and having a good day. Saba, big up, my friend. I'm okay. It's all good. Boy, Tendio, bro. If it happens, everyone should be crashing out at the Emirates. Big up, my friend. Massive big DJB. Arteta, all the arrogance of Mourinho, but he hasn't won stuff. Easily most disliked manager in the Premiership. We're the most disliked football team in the Premiership, guys. Our fan base has done that. Our fan base has made teams absolutely hate us. Honestly, it's so delusional. Some of it is what I haven't got a problem with fans being absolutely one-sided. But call me old school, right? The problem I have is the disrespect for other football teams and other fans. Because as I've said to you before on this channel, and I've said time and time again, you're a fan of football. Every fan follows their football team in different ways. But the bottom line is, what fans go through makes us all united. We all get disappointed with our team. We all get angry with our team. We all fall in love with our football team. We all get gassed up about our football team. Yeah, we follow our football team, whether you follow them on TV, whether you get up early in the morning from different countries to watch the games live, whether you go to matches, we're all fans. Whether you support Barnsley, Crawley Town, it doesn't matter. The effort you put in as a fan is all the same. So we should all be united as fans. The fact that we've got different titles who we follow shouldn't make a difference, you know? So when we've got fan bases from Arsenal, certain fan bases completely disrespecting other teams, it's cowardly for me. I don't do it. I respect all the teams. There are teams that I dislike. I'm not saying I love all the teams. Man United are my biggest rivalries, not Spurs. Man United. That game, Arsenal-Man United, the first game of the season, is my cup final. That is the biggest game. That's the first game I look for in any calendar. Straight away. I don't look for when it's Arsenal v Spurs. The first fixture I look for is Arsenal v Man United. They are my biggest rivals. Goes back years. Goes back to the 70s, goes back to the 80s, goes back to the FA Cup final when we beat them 3-2, Alan Sunderland, I was there. Yeah. Goes back to the Wenger days, go back to the Van Nistelrooys, the bust up in the tunnels, the terraces, being chased down the street as you come out of Old Trafford, loads of Man United fans attacking the coach, chasing us down the platforms, wanting to beat us up. Goes everywhere, man. They are massive. They are my rivals, without a doubt. I can't say Tottenham are my rivals. I dislike Tottenham. I want one over on Tottenham, want to beat Tottenham. I don't like it when Tottenham win. Of course I don't. But they're not my rivals, guys. Don't throw Victor in for the sake of it. Yeah, I agree. Keep it clean. DJB, who would you like in place of Arteta? I said I wanted Zidane. I'd like to try and lure Zidane to the football club. Hansi, I'd like to Flick. I'd like Hansi Flick at the club. But I've said this so many times. I can see Cesc Fabregas rocking up as manager of this football club. And all the other guys know this. I've said it so many times. I can honestly see Cesc Fabregas being the next manager of this football club. If Arteta can't win a trophy this season, I don't think he's winning a trophy at a top 5 league. No, boy Tendio, there you go. And you're quite an Arteta kind of fan, aren't you? You know. I know you're a bit of a flip flop. I know you get your flip flops on now and again. You flip flop a little bit. However, I think you're right, my friend, and I say that with respect. Yeah, there are managers that just can't seem to do it. There's managers that do a decent job and a good job, but can't do it. Gareth Southgate was that for England, wasn't he? Done a fantastic job for England. The PR, what he created. Fantastic. Finals. Just couldn't get us over the line. And what do we do as a country? We give him a knighthood. This is what we do. We celebrate failure. We do it in the Olympics, don't we? When our runners and all of that get gold and bronzes. Oh, he didn't win. Yeah, but he done well. He got a silver. He done really well. Congratulations, you got a silver, and we celebrate it. Look at Frank Bruno. He was a nice guy. He done well, didn't he, Frank? Salt of the earth. He didn't win, though, did he? He lost. We've got to stop doing it, guys. That like nation, we've just got to stop praising failure. You know, I've said it before. You try telling kids when they lose a race in sports day. Oh, you done all right. You done tried your hardest. Yeah, but I didn't win, Mum. I didn't win. Yeah, I know you didn't win. Come on, let's go to McDonald's. I'll give you a treat for coming second. After that, it will be Jack Wilshere. I don't know whether Jack's got the pedigree to manage the football club. I'll tell you what could happen, though. You could have Jack and Cesc together, couldn't you? Do you know what, right, guys? One of the things that I was thinking about the other day, Wonder why, like the likes of Thierry Henry and Tony Adams and all that, has never had a coaching role or like a serious role at this football club. You know, all these legends. Would Mikel succeed at Liverpool? Don't know. Is the answer to that? Don't know. I'd say the only evidence, as I said, you can only go by what's in front of you right now. And if you take that as would he succeed at Liverpool? Well, I'll ask you another question, right? Most Arsenal fans would not swap Arsenal players for Liverpool players. They wouldn't swap Saka for Salah. They wouldn't swap Saliba for Van Dijk. So in the Arsenal fans' opinion, we've got a better team than Liverpool. And Arteta hasn't won anything with the team we've got or the team we had last season. So why would he then go to Liverpool with a so-called worst team in some Arsenal fans' eyes and win? He's probably got less chance of winning, isn't he? So I would say, on current evidence, no, he wouldn't win at Liverpool. Because according to some Arsenal fans, we've got a worse team. Some Arsenal fans think Liverpool are finishing fourth. So what chances has Arteta got of taking that so-called team and winning them the Premier League? You got to remember what Arne Slot done last season was absolutely incredible. That guy walked through the door and he won the Premiership at a canter. He won that Premiership easily. And that Premiership has taken managers like so much time to win. And he just came in and won it. And I don't think he gets the appreciation enough, you know. Why would you swap Saka for Salah? Go away and look at Salah's stats, Johnny. Look at his stats. Look what he's won. And then come back to me and talk to me. Afternoon, Kouaji. Liverpool are favourites to win the league. If you disagree on that, I will. No, exactly. I agree with you. I said Liverpool will win the league. I've got Liverpool, Man City, and then it's a battle for fourth. For Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, Aston Villa. Yeah, I think it's a battle for fourth. I don't think we're getting third. I think we're getting fourth. So listen, I'm only quoting Saba. I'm only quoting what Arsenal fans are saying. A lot of Arsenal fans are saying that Liverpool are not going to win the league. Arne Slot is clear. I mean, yeah, incredible. I don't think we give him enough. I think you're dead wrong about Slot, DJB. If Slot comes to Arsenal last season instead of Liverpool, we don't qualify for Champions League. That's how I see it. Okay, mate. There you go. If that's the case, then we're established is supposed to believe that Saka is better than Salah because the Arsenal fans love Saka more than Liverpool. Listen, Saka's an outstanding player, an absolute brilliant player. Even he would admit that he's still got some way to go to get to where Salah has got. If you had Saka in a room and asked him about Salah, he would have to turn around and say, look, I'm nowhere near that yet. Give me a few more years. Battle for fourth, that's not my bingo card. I hope we fight for silverware. It's not mine as well, my friend. I don't want fourth. I definitely don't want fourth. 100% don't want fourth. We need silverware. We need to go to a cup final of some sort. Honestly, we definitely need a cup final, guys. Whether that's Carabao Cup, whether that's FA Cup, it's got to the stage where I just want silverware. I want a day out at Wembley. I want a parade. I want us to win something. And not only that, I want the team to experience winning something. It's not just about the fans, it's about the team as well. I just want the team to experience winning something. There's nothing like it, guys. There's nothing like it, honestly. Saka is a good player, but very overrated. Saka was at Spurs, they would... Yeah, he's not that... I don't want to get in the Saka debate because, as I said, my opinion on world-class players is completely different to the modern-day fan. Is Saka an absolute game changer? Could Saka play for Crystal Palace and completely change the game? In moments, yes. Consistently, not there. Not there yet. Not quite there yet. In moments, he can change a game. 100% Saka. But on a consistent basis, I think he's still got a little way to go. But he's an outstanding, he's brilliant. No Arsenal fan would forget that Saka did outstanding things right. 100%. 100%. Even I would be reluctant to swap him to Salah. There you go. All I'm saying is to get where Salah is, he's got a long way to go. Johnny D, respectfully, mate, Saka is, but I don't think you're being pragmatic, putting him ahead of Salah. Did you see what Salah did last season? Exactly. He's absolutely amazing. We all want trophies, cup finals. We won't get nothing, just winning them. I wouldn't be happy with the League Cup. No, it wouldn't be my first choice. It wouldn't be my first choice, but when you haven't won nothing, you'd take it, wouldn't you? I would. I'd have them both. I don't think Saka will reach Salah. Depends. You put Saka in a Real Madrid team, he probably would. This is what I'm saying as well, though. Is the manager going to get Saka to the next level? Can the manager get any more out of Saka? That's my biggest fear. Because I think Saka should be at a different... I think he should be up another level, Saka. I don't know. I mean, I've seen what he's done with Martinelli and men like this. I'm not sure whether he can, you know. Possibly. We'll have to wait and see. But he should be at that next level for me. 100%. 100%. Guys, little bit of road to 2K. If we can hit 2K by the start of the season, going into next season, that'd be absolutely awesome, guys. So if you haven't subbed, smash a sub on it. That'd be absolutely awesome. If we can get to 2K for the start of the season, happy days. Yeah. And thanks for all of your comments. Always appreciated, guys. As I said, whether you agree or disagree, everyone's welcome here, guys. Everyone is welcome. Building the community. Bless and love to everyone, honestly. 2K is happening. I hope so, Lynch. That'd be good. That'd be good. If it don't happen, it don't happen. It don't happen, you know. But I'd like to think we can get to 2K. That'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome. DJB, thank you, Jam Boy. 100. I'm going to treat myself to a retro top, I think, guys. Yeah. Shane Gooner's doing all sorts of madness. He's buying tops left, right, and centre since we started the retro show. He was doing it anyway, but he's doing it even more now. So there's a couple of tops that I've got my eye on, guys. There's a couple of tops I've got my eye on. Couple of things, guys. Getting away from the football debate. I'm going to do a fantasy football. I won't go too much into it, but I'll put a little once I set the league up. If you want to join the Arsenal Huddle League in the fantasy football, we'll have a little look at that. You can tell us how we're doing, and we'll get it up and we'll see how we're doing every now and again. It won't be like a weekly thing. It'll just be like after a couple of weeks, we'll get up the league table and we'll see how we're doing. So we're going to be doing the fantasy football. When the season starts, we'll do a midweek review. We'll talk about the games coming up that weekend. We'll talk about the games that have been played. Talk about Champions League games, squads, players, all that sort of stuff. You know how it is. I don't really want to get too much into because you know my views on the manager, so I don't really want to get too much into Arteta. Obviously, if we have a bad run of results, we have to look at it and we have to question, obviously. But yeah, we're just mainly be talking about the football side of things and players and what they've done wrong, what they can be doing better, all that sort of stuff with the season coming up. Fantasy football will be on. We'll still be doing the retro. Nice one. Be happy to join. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. I'll pick my team. I'll create a league. I'll put the link on somewhere. We'll get the link put on, and we'll smash it up that way. Never pick players from the team you support. There's certain players I just won't pick. I'll let you know, but there are certain players I just can't pick. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't pick Harry Kane back in the day. I couldn't pick him. I couldn't pick him in my fantasy team. Certain players I just won't pick, you know. And there's certain players that I pick every season and keep them in for the whole year. It's weird, isn't it? We're creatures of habit, guys. We're creatures of habit. It's like the house keys and the car keys, isn't it? I bet 9 out of 10 of yous, when you walk in your house or your apartment or flat, wherever you live, you put your car keys and your house keys in the same place. And if you don't do that one time, completely throws you. That's like me with a fantasy team. There's certain players that I have to pick, and if I don't pick them, I'm like, oh boy, do you know? You know what I mean with the keys, isn't it? We all do it. We all put the keys in the same place every time we come in. And if they're not there, you just think, oh dear, what's going on? Potts Ray, big up Dan Potts, absolute legend. Big up Potsy, man. I'll be on with Dan Potts later on. I'll be on with Potsy. Big up the Potts, man. Thank you very much. Masses, if you've just come in from Dan Potts, make sure you smash a like and have a little sub as well. As I say, whether you follow me or not, doesn't matter. Doesn't cost anything. Just stick a little sub on it. Smash a like. Big up Potts, man. Big up. Potts Blood Fire Raid. Big up the Potts. Yeah, just come in. We're talking about tomorrow's. We've been talking about tomorrow's game. Is it important? It's the fact that it's a North London derby. Does it make any difference? If the keys aren't there, and I think exactly, you know what I'm saying, Gavin? Yeah, it's that keys, isn't it? You put your keys in a different place, man, it just throws you. That's me picking the fantasy league. If I don't pick those players that I pick there's one player that I have to have in my team every season, and that's Jared Bowen of West Ham. He has to go in. He's one of the first names I put in my team. And if I don't, I'm like, what's happening here? But yeah, guys, I mean, yeah, come in, welcome to the channel, smash a like on it. But as I said, guys, you know, what is tomorrow going to bring? What's going to be the starting lineup? Is he going to put Madueke in there against Spurs? I think he'd start. I'd like to see if he starts with Madueke, perhaps. Yeah, Bowen. I want him at Arsenal. I want Bowen at Arsenal. I'd love Jared Bowen at Arsenal. He's one player I'd loved us to sign. He can do everything, Jared Bowen, can't he? He can play on the right, play on the 10, play him down the middle. I can't believe none of the big clubs ever go and get Jared Bowen, you know. I can't believe it's another summer where Jared Bowen's not been tapped up. I find it difficult to think that Jared Bowen is still at West Ham. And that's no disrespect to West Ham. And I'm glad West Ham have got him because, boy, West Ham need him. They've got their own problems. Trust me, they've got their own problems. And I'm not here to rip into West Ham and sort of comment on West Ham. But I can't believe clubs like Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, if you like, have not come in for Jared Bowen or tried to lure him away from West Ham. I can't believe he's still at West Ham. He's so underrated, you know. I wonder what his father-in-law would think if he rocked up at Arsenal. He wants to stay with a team that wins trophies. Yeah, he probably does, Saba. Probably does. He probably wants to stay at the team that wins trophies, you know, and do all that sort of madness. Because West Ham have won a trophy, haven't they? So, yeah. But make sure you sub, smash the likes. But I'll tell you what to do, chat, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you think tomorrow's game is a game changer, i.e. if it's really, really important, if it's really going to bother you if we lose or whether we win, if you're bothered. Put a 1 in the chat if you're bothered. Put a 2 in the chat if you couldn't care less about tomorrow's game. We'll see how we go. I'm really not bothered about tomorrow's result, other than that I don't want to lose to Spurs. So we've got a 2 there. Not really Sally. Not really bothered about tomorrow's game. I definitely don't want Gorkarez playing tomorrow, guys. I don't want to see him tomorrow. Got a 1 there. Spirit high. Johnny D. 1 to 5. 1 hate Spurs. Yeah, I mean, some of you are going to be, I want to see different players playing. Yeah, lots of rotation. I'd like to see Dauman and Wanyeri start. That's what I'd like to see. Interesting, guys. Interesting. There's a lot of ones. There's a lot of fans that are not really worried either way, really, whether they're bothered about the result tomorrow. I'll go more 1 than 2. Yeah, Lynch, I can understand that. 2, yeah. Yeah. Johnny, you had to be different, my friend, didn't you? I mean, it's just for me. I'm going to be honest with you now. I'm going to be real with you now, right? For me, it's all about how the players perform, getting minutes, systems, whether they're ready for the season, Man United, fitness, just their body language, everything. It's about that for me. Take away the Spurs game and the result. It's literally about systems, the way we play, how they shape up, like Saliba, you know. So, yeah. Marion Red, super chat. Thank you, my friend. DJB, I have to ask you, who would win Arsenal 89 or v the Invincibles, and what's your prediction on result? Invincibles, and what's your prediction on result? And the same for Liverpool's 87. That is a tough one, because what you had with the Invincibles was flair, speed, being inventive, all of that sort of stuff. But what you had with the 89 was physical, and just never say die attitude, you know. I won't sit on the fence though, guys. To me, what that 89 team done at Anfield, for them to do that against a brilliant Liverpool team, I would see no reason why they couldn't do it against a brilliant Invincible team. So I would say 89 Invincibles, 89 2, Invincibles 1. And the 76-77 team, Liverpool team, was just brilliant all over the pitch. They had everything. Physical, could pass the ball, tackling, speed. Yeah, I would go 3-1. 76-77 Liverpool team would beat 87-88 team 3-1. There you go, guys. And that's not nostalgia. That's me just being honest. But big up, Marion. Thank you for the chat, my friend. Nobody wants to lose Spurs. No, we don't want to lose against Spurs. Nobody wants to lose against Spurs. What I'm trying to say, you're missing the point, guys. I'm not saying would you want to lose against Spurs. I'm saying would it bother you? Would it kind of make any difference to how the season's going to pan out? Would it affect the team? Would fans start to worry if we lost against Spurs how the season's going to go? For me, it ain't going to make a blind bit of difference. It's not about how we perform against Spurs. It's about how we perform against Man United, first game of the season. That sets the agenda for me. Those first 5 games of that football season sets the agenda for the rest of the season. If we perform badly them first 6 games, then I know exactly the way the football season's going to go. If we lose against Man United, scrape a win against Leeds, struggle to get over the line against Forest, lose at home against Man City, lose at Anfield, you're now chasing. You're chasing the rest of the season, guys. Guys, big up if you just come in. Make sure just smash a like on this for me and sub. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Big up to Views that's raided. Big up to Dan that's raided. Dan Potts, absolute legend. I'll be on the roundabout later on. Looking forward to that as always. He's doing madness over there, Dan Potts, and I hope he gets to his 50k soon. He deserves it, man. 50k. I mean, I can't even dream of getting to 50k. I'm dreaming of getting to 2k, let alone 50. 244 people watching. DJB, would you play Eze ahead of Odegaard? Listen, guys, I don't sit on the fence, as you know, right? And I'm not a flip-flop. I say what I say, and I've said it from all one. I wanted Eze 2 seasons ago. If we signed Eze, he plays in the 10. Simple as that. You put Eze on the left wing, you've killed him. Absolutely killed him. Any Palace fan will tell you that Eze don't play on the left wing. You put Eze on the left wing, you might as well have gone and signed another Madueke. You ain't going to get anything out of Eze putting him on the left. Eze, for me, comes in, he plays in the 10. Simple as that. And the captaincy goes to Declan Rice. This guy would then have to fight for his place. He would have to show me why he wants to play for Arsenal football team if we signed Eze. Simple as that. 100%. That's the problem, right? The problem I've got with this team, quite simple, is none of these players have ever been challenged enough. They've never been challenged enough, guys. There's been no one to absolutely challenge him. Odegaard could drop stinkers left, right and centre and there's no one been challenging him. Do you know what I mean? It's been too easy for him. Way too easy. He's Arteta's favourite. He ain't getting benched even if Prime Messi came in. This is the problem. And this is why we relate back to the football manager, Khaled. Big up, my friend. Big up, Khaled, all the time. Yeah? This is why we ask questions. This is why we question the football managers. Because top managers will bench. No one is safe. No one. There's no loyalty in football. Said it before, there's no loyalty in football. And there shouldn't be loyalty to players. Players should know their place. If players are playing badly, someone else is going to step in and take your place. Yasser, big up, my friend. Thank you very much. Hope you're well, brother. Make sure you go and sub to Yasser. Big up, my friend. Bowen can't leave West Ham. Danny Dyer would murder him. Listen, Danny Dyer ain't going to be bothered. If he leaves West Ham and someone put him on 250 grand a week and his daughter's living the life of luxury, mate, you're not worried about what team your son-in-law goes to. If you've got a daughter and your son rocks up at Arsenal on 300 grand, 250 grand a week, and you're earning 120 at West Ham, if he was married to my daughter, I'm not going to be worried. It'd be banter, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that living room? Can you imagine that, Danny? Can you imagine that dire living room? If Bowen bangs in the winner against West Ham playing for Spurs or Arsenal. Can you imagine Sunday dinner? Imagine that. Ryan Walsh, big up, my friend. One, it's them lot. We always gain a massive mentality boost when we beat them. Yeah, true. It will do good for mentality. And this is why I want your views, guys. You know, if we then beat United in their own backyard, the belief and the confidence will grow in the game by game. Yeah, it does. It will definitely bring confidence. And this is why I say why this, Ryan, I'm glad you brought that up, my friend, right? Because this is what I say when we need to win a cup. And people say to me, I don't want the Carabao Cup. But winning the Carabao Cup does exactly what Ryan has just said there. It brings belief. We've won the Carabao Cup, go and win the FA Cup. We've won the FA Cup, go and win the Premiership, go and win the Champions League. But if you keep failing and keep coming second and keep losing semi-finals, eventually it's going to get to you. It's going to get to the players. Eventually it's going to wear you down. Tatted Ginger, big up. Couldn't imagine them getting it on the name. It's the same. Oh, man. Couldn't imagine them getting it on the name. It's the same as his dad's. Oh, yeah, I know. Dire, man. Dire. Facts, DJB. Our first 6 games, United, Leeds, Liverpool. Yeah, it's massive, Khalid. Honestly, it's massive. And I was pleased. I'm pleased about the fixtures. I was one of the rare ones that was happy about the fixtures. I think it's good to get big fixtures at the start of the season. A, you get those fixtures out the way early. B, you can set the agenda for the rest of the season. And C, you know what you're up against. You know, you play some easy matches at the start of the season and you're expected to win them and you win them. You ain't really learnt anything. Those first 6 games, you've learnt a lot. Liverpool, Newcastle, Man United. Straight away, you've set the agenda for the start of the season. Sets the tone for me. Smash the like button, people. Yeah, slap a like on it, guys. Make sure you sub in. Thank you very much if you've joined us, if you've come over from Dan's and Views and everything else. Imagine if we win at Anfield. Oh, yeah, I've only ever seen us win at Anfield a couple of times, three or four times. I've not seen us win at Anfield many times, brother. Honestly, you win that at Anfield, that really sets the tone. I'm not happy about the fixtures, but there's one positive thing. We get them out of the way before starting Champions League. Why are you not worried about the fixtures? Look at the fixtures at the end of the season then, Johnny. Look at our fixtures March onwards. If we're in the firing line of winning the league, you wouldn't be happy with those fixtures at the end of the season. Can't have your cake and eat it. You've got to play everyone twice. So it doesn't matter, does it? What you worried about? As much as our fixtures are hard at the beginning of the season, look how favourable they are at the end of the season. Don't see anyone moaning about the fixtures in April. Don't see anyone moaning about the fixtures in May. Don't see anyone moaning about who we're playing in March. Might mean nothing come towards the end of the season if Liverpool or Man City have won the Premier League. Them fixtures will mean nothing. Hey, DJB, how you doing? All good, James? Welcome, my friend. Smash a like. All good, my friend. We shouldn't be saying imagining phase. Nah, with phases. I'm done with phases. Trust in the process. Phases this, phases that. Oh, I'm done with it. I don't want to hear it anymore next season. I think that would be the biggest thing that winds me up next season. It won't be whether we win or lose, or whether we lose, how we lose, injuries. It will just be the excuses that will wind me up next season. It'll be, oh yeah, we lost that game because Saka was injured, or we lost that game because what's it got a red card, or do you know what I mean? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. When we've spent nearly £1 billion and everyone's gassing up about Yorkeres and Madueke and Norgards and all of this, and saying that now we've got depth and we've got strength and we've got this and we've got that. There shouldn't be any excuses then, should there? If Declan Rice gets injured and Norgard steps in, what's the excuse? You all fans rate Norgard. They reckon it's a good signing. Therefore, you shouldn't be worried if he steps in if Declan Rice is injured. You all rate Zubimendi. So if Zubimendi's not there and Marino comes in or vice versa, everything's happy. Apparently, according to some fans, Zubimendi's better than Partey. So we should be absolutely killing it next season then, shouldn't we? I watched some clips of him. He looks sick. Yeah, he does, man. Arteta needs to play Ethan. He does. He does. I want to see Ethan. I want to see Ethan and Dowman in the same team. Let them start. I want to see them start against Spurs. That'd be me. I'd start them both. Back in the day, who was the most underrated and overrated player at Arsenal? The most underrated player. Paul Davis, for me, was underrated. As a player, if you remember him. I don't know if you remember Paul Davis. He was underrated. I thought Ray Parlour was underrated, you know. I thought Ray Parlour was underrated at Arsenal. Nigel Winterburn as a left-back was really underrated. He was underrated, Nigel Winterburn. The most overrated player at Arsenal? There's been a few of them, hasn't there? But Graham Rix, for me, was overrated at Arsenal. Only my personal opinion. I thought Graham Rix was overrated at Arsenal. Everyone used to say that Rixie is better than Huddle. He was nowhere near Glenn Hoddle, man. Nowhere near Glenn Hoddle. So Graham Rix was probably one of the most overrated players at Arsenal. Charlie Nicholas, overrated. Yeah. Underrated Gilberto Silva, overrated Ozil. Yeah, I'll go with that, Jam Boy. Gilberto Silva was massively overrated. And I've got to be honest with you, Edu was as well. Edu was underrated. Edu was a player, mate. Absolutely crap sporting director. Boot salesman as a sporting director. But underrated as a player. Get these likes smashed up, guys. Smash the likes. You know it makes sense. On the road to 2K. I'd like to get there before the season starts. That would be absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Lauren was a good right back. Again, you could say that Lauren was underrated, you know, or still. Yeah. Never heard of him. Have a look back. Do some history, my friend. Listen, I always say it. If you're an Arsenal fan, you should know your history. I'm not having a pop at your all love, by the way. I'm only joking, man. I'm only joking. If I was to come forward in time, then underrated. Santi Cazorla. Santi Cazorla was an absolute magnificent player. And I would say, worldwide, amongst the Arsenal fans, he was well rated. But outside of Arsenal, Santi Cazorla was so underrated. Alexander Hleb. There you go. Thomas Rosicky. Thomas Rosicky. Underrated. Yeah. So definitely, Thomas Rosicky was definitely underrated for me. Santi Cazorla was a baller, man. Absolute baller. Did see Peter Story play, yeah. Yeah, I did see Peter Story play. I know I'm showing my age now. You wouldn't believe it, would you guys? I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. 40 year on Santi Cazorla took his boyhood club Real video. I know. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. If Thomas Rosicky wasn't so injured, he would have been a proper legend. 100%, Aaron. Big up, Aaron. Big up, Aaron. Absolute real one, man. I agree, man. I agree. Totally agree. Totally agree. Kallstrom. Oh, he was terrible. He was terrible. Completely agree. I love Santi. I'll never forget Jamie Carragher's comment. If you were stuck in a telephone box. Do you remember that? Yeah. Yeah. We've had some overrated players, though. We have had some overrated players. There was some overrated players at Arsenal. We also got robbed, Eduardo. Yeah. Back at, yeah, Sanga, yeah. Yeah, another underrated. Yeah. Andre Shavin, nah, not for me. Not for me. Our Shavin could have been, wasn't for me, man. I'll tell you another. I'll tell you an underrated player. Let me think. Let me think of some others. Monreal. He was a good player. Really good player. I'll never forget Diaby's performance against Liverpool at Anfield. Oh man. Legendary. Toure. All these men, man. Koscielny. I liked Koscielny, actually. I like Laurent Koscielny. That's gonna a lot of Arsenal fans. What? Koscielny? I quite liked him. And I'll tell you another player who I really liked, who I thought was a top player, was Adebayor. Kenny loved Ken loved Adebayor, man. I thought he was underrated, Adebayor. Do you remember the last time we won at Anfield? I do remember the last time we won at Anfield, yeah. Yeah, it's so long. It's too long ago, man. We're going to win at Anfield this season. Wouldn't it be Arsenal, though? Wouldn't it be this Arteta, right? If we lose at home against Leeds and we go and beat Liverpool at Anfield, that would sum Arteta up, wouldn't it? Yeah. Everyone would be. Imagine losing. I mean, listen, I hope it don't happen, but can you imagine, right? We lose at home against Leeds and all the pressure would be on him. And then it'd just be Arteta to go to Anfield and get like a penalty in the 85th minute and win or something. And suddenly it'd be like the best thing since sliced bread. Imagine that. Coquelin and Guendouzi were good too. Coquelin was a good player. Guendouzi, mate. Market opportunity. Guendouzi. Podolski, left foot. He had one of the hardest shots on him I've ever seen. He could rifle a ball. He was incredible. If we lose against Leeds, we better call the season. Exactly. We never play well at home. First game of the season at the Emirates is always a shaky affair. Always a shaky affair. I can't remember the last time we actually played the first game of the season where I've walked out of there and gone, whoa, we mean business this season. We struggle to get going. Leeds have got nothing to lose. That first game of the season for Leeds, that's what Kenny would call an open goal, because like what you got to remember is Leeds can get that game out of the way early and it ain't going to affect their season. That's not going to determine whether Leeds stay in the Premiership or not. So they can go for that game. They've got nothing to lose. They've got absolutely nothing to lose. If they'd have had that game sort of April time and they're facing relegation, then yeah. But the fact that they're not, the fact that they can go there and if they're not expected to win, so if they lose, doesn't matter. They've still got the whole season to go. That's not going to affect them. So they can go and enjoy it. And that's what worries me. That's what worries me. If Arteta didn't play Ethan last season, I had my worries. I said, Ethan Nwaneri's not going to get many minutes. If we sign Eze, Ethan Nwaneri's going on loan at some point. That's what I believe. That's what I truly believe. That's what I believe. Because Ethan Nwaneri then will be behind Odegaard. He will be behind Eze. He will be behind Havertz. He's not getting ahead of Saka. So there's 4 players he ain't getting ahead of. And unless Arteta completely changes his tactics and puts Ethan in the more central role, where's he going to play? So I've been saying this all the time. Eze is key to Ethan Nwaneri's season, where he plays. DJ, how many points do you think we get in the first 6 fixtures? I said Man United to be a draw. We'll beat Leeds at home. We'll beat Forest. There's 6. I said 7. I said 7 points. And I'm not changing my mind, guys, just because Gyökeres has come into the team. I think 7 points. Ethan must play. Yeah, well, the manager needs to know this, man. 8 points. Yeah, 7 or 8, Aaron. I don't think you're going to be far off, brother. I don't think you're going to be far off. Make sure you're smashing the likes. If you're new to the channel, smash a sub on it as well. Sub to the channel. You haven't got to follow me. That's up to you guys. But doesn't cost anything to sub to the channel. It all helps out. 9 points. Jam boy, you got flip flops on. I'm sure you said 7 points the other day. Have you got your flip flops on, man? Or you always said 9 points? If you've always said 9 points, I'll let you off, brother. I'm only joking. What's Lynch saying? Lynch, 9 points, he's sacked. Lynch, you honestly don't think we're taking maximum points, do you, from the first 6 games? If you are, if we get maximum points out of our first 6 games, I'll hold my hands up, Lynch. $11 points. No, 9 points, mate. Yeah, I think you did say 9 points. I'm only joking with you, Jam boy. Big up, my friend. Ethan should request a loan move. He needs to develop his game a lot more in the middle of the park. Perhaps Dortmund, another German club. Kanu was underrated. Kanu was underrated massively. That guy had so much skill. I think he was about 41, wasn't he? He looked about 41, old Kanu. He don't look any different now. He don't look much different now, Kanu, man. I said Ethan should go on loan. I think he could end up on loan. I think with Ethan Nwaneri, you're looking at another Smith Rowe. Because when Emil Smith Rowe signed a new contract at Arsenal, he was promised central roles. He was promised that he would have more input in the game, and it never materialised. They sold him a dream and ended up putting him on loan. And I think Ethan Nwaneri is another Emil Smith Rowe. I think they've sold him it. I'm glad he's at the club. Capo, big up, my friend. Ain't seen you for a while. Salute, DJB. Gyökeres doesn't give me the same excitement as when we signed Alexis. No, doesn't me either. Would Isak been any different? I would have liked Isak. Listen, I'm gassed that Gyökeres is at the club, Capo. But does he give me the same excitement as Alexis and Uber? No, he's the best out there. On paper, he's probably the best we could have got, even though the manager wanted Sesko. But honestly, when we signed Alexis, man, I couldn't wait to see him. And he didn't disappoint. Alexis was an absolute baller. Alexis Sanchez excited me like Henry. He was so good. I was gutted when he left, you know. He was that good. Big up, Capo. Draw at City at home. Do you think we'll draw at City at home? No, I haven't got that confidence, guys. Remember, we beat City last season 5-1. You think Pep's gonna turn up at the Emirates and want us to lose and want to not get one over on us after last season? This is what good managers do. He will show them that game from last season, and he'll say, if this happens again, heads are rolling. Alexis is one of my, he was a baller, man. Salute the chat. Big up the chat. Big up everyone. Make sure you're smashing a like and sub. Eduardo. Yeah, he was a player, Eduardo. Strike the likes. Come on, strike them likes. Get them likes up, guys. Get them likes up. Anyway, guys, I hope tomorrow you enjoy it wherever you're watching it. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. Whether you think it's going to make any difference to our season, that's up to you guys. If you're passionate about it and you want to beat Spurs, I understand it. I get it. I want to beat Spurs. Of course I do. Every time we play them, I want to beat them. Am I going to lose sleep over it if we lose? No, ain't going to make a blind bit of difference to me tomorrow if we lose. Not going to be bothered one bit. I will not lose sleep over it. It's how we do against Man United on the first game of the season. That's all that matters to me. That's all that matters to me. To be honest, I want all these friendlies out of the way. I want them done. I want them done because every time we play friendlies, the first thing I think of is injuries. I don't think of the score. I don't think of who we're playing. All I'm thinking of is injuries. Can you imagine if we start Gyökeres just to please the Arsenal fans, just for the PR? We start Gyökeres tomorrow just for the PR and the glitz and the glam and the shirt wavings and all of this nonsense. And that brother gets injured. Can you imagine? That's how you got to look at it. Don't play him. Bring him on in the Emirates Cup. Bring him on against the continental teams when the game's a bit more slow and the tempo's a little bit kind of tactical, where he can come on in front of the home fans, do a little sort of 15, 20 minutes here and there. Don't start him tomorrow against Spurs that are going to be crashing into him. You know? I don't want it. I like a home debut. Yeah, so do I, Lynch. There's something about a home debut, isn't there? You know? And it's true what someone said, you know. We paid over £100 million for Declan Rice. I think it was Lee Judges. Big up Lee Judges, right? I think he said we paid over £100 million for Declan Rice. And he didn't get the same treatment as Gyökeres. You know? And we only paid 60 odd million for him. And then I thought to myself, it ain't exactly how much you paid for a player, whether they get the treatment or not. In my book, it's the fact that we've been starved of a striker for all these years. That's where it is for me. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be joining the Deluded Gooner at 4:10 with Kenny Ken, our midweek show with the Deluded Gooner DG. Come and join me on that. Make sure you join me on the Deluded Gooner show. I'll be going to the Deluded Gooner. So come over, see what you think. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for everyone that's been in the chat. All your opinions, all your comments are respected. It's all been respectful as usual. That's what we like here, people. Building up the community. Make sure you sub. Make sure you smash a like. Thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you stay safe. Make sure that you follow all the other guys. You know the ones, Aaron and Shane, and you know the people, guys. As I said, it's all about opinions. It's all about debate. The one thing I always say, as long as Arsenal are winning, we're all Arsenal fans, and that's all that matters, guys. So thank you for the raid for Dan Potts. Thank you for the raid from Views. Aaron's joined me as well on here today. Thank you, Aaron, brother. Big up to you, my friend, as always. Big up to everyone. Big up. Make sure you smash a like. Make sure you sub. And, keep safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Absolutely awesome. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, we'll see how it goes tomorrow, guys. Arsenal versus Spurs, North London derby, outside of the UK. Exciting times. It's a friendly, remember. Let's see how we play. Let's see how we set up. And yeah, come on, you Gunners. On that note, big up everyone. Bless. Catch you all soon. I'm gone.